Hey, Ruby!
What are you doing?
I'm just web chatting with you. How are you?
About as good as we can be, right?
I know, these are some pretty hectic times.
Yeah, definitely. I
How have you two been coping with it all?
think, are we doing okay?
Yeah.
I think we're doing okay.
Ruby, have you had any changes recently?
No,
What about not going to school?
I'm not going.
You didn't have school all last week. Did you have homeschool?
Yeah, pretend school.
Pretend school, we're calling it.
Tomorrow's pretend school.
Yep.
Do you like pretend school?
Yeah.
Am I a good pretend teacher?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's Neil doing?
Noodle? My dog? Do you want me to get Noodle real quick?
Yeah.
She's really excited to meet Noodle.
Oh,
I'm so happy I get to introduce you to Noodle. Give me one moment. I'm gonna go grab Noodle, and I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
what is she doing?
I don't know.
She's trying to sleep.
You think she's sleeping?
Come here.
Oh, look who I found! I can't believe it!
Oh my gosh, we finally get to meet Noodle!
Right down.
Oh, hi Noodle!
Right down.
Say hi Noodle.
Hi,
Oh,
Neil. You're so cute. Dog treats.
Oh my gosh, Ruby, she's looking right at you.
Say hi! You wanna wave?
Hi. Aw.
Noodle, do you have anything to say? Woof woof, I love Ruby, woof woof.
Neil doesn't say anything. She does not talk.
Do you think that was really Noodle, or was that me playing a prank?
You.
There's Alyssa!
Oh my gosh, Alyssa surprised me too!
Hi, Angie.
Oh my, nice to meet you.
It's such a pleasure. I feel like I know you, which is, I'm sure,
I
weird,
know.
but
I can't believe you all never met.
I know.
I just feel like we have, even though we have.
I know, right?
Okay.
But we gotta make it real once we can travel.
Do you want to say bye to Ruby, Noodle? Woof woof, bye bye!
What do you say? Bye. Say it loud.
Bye, you guys. Love
Bye.
to meet you.
You too.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Ruby, I have a really important question.
What?
Do you think Noodle was really talking, or am I pranking?
You're funny.
Pranking?
Drinking.
You know I'm a prankster, Rube. So before I continue with this conversation with my friends Ruby and Angie, let me explain what's going on. It's 2020 and we're in the middle of a global pandemic. In order to keep each other safe, we have to spend some time apart. We can't be close. So the world is social distancing right now, and we're all basically quarantined in our own homes. Some people are feeling the impacts of this more severely than others, but because of these events, everybody's life has dramatically been impacted. I think in a time like this, one of the most important things to do is to reach out to our friends and family and ask them, how are you? So this is going to be the first episode in our How Are You series, where I reach out to past people we've interviewed on SBSK and simply ask them, how are you? So without further hesitation, let's check in on today's friend and make sure they're doing well. We're calling this series the How Are You series, and we're encouraging all of our viewers to reach out to their friends and family and ask them, how are you? Can you talk a little bit from your viewpoint, the significance and importance of asking others how they are during this time?
Sure. I think, it's so important to reach out because you never know if someone is struggling or not, and they might not reach out to you. And so I think, it's good to open that door to other people to say, how are you? And to be open to their response and to connect on a regular basis.
How are you, Ruby?
Good.
How are you, Angie?
I'm good.
Aw.
How are you, Chris? Right? Can you ask him? Can you ask him?
How are you?
Thanks for asking, Ruby. That means a lot to me. I'm good. I feel fortunate to have Alyssa here and Noodle. Two people, well, a dog and a person I love very much. And I'm just taking it as it comes. How have you explained everything happening to Ruby?
Well, I told her that we just need to stay home because we want to prevent ourselves from getting sick and prevent other people from getting sick. And that seems to be a good enough explanation for her for right now.
Do you understand everything going on, Ruby?
No.
Do you understand why we're staying home?
What?
So that we don't get other people sick and we don't get sick? Right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people getting sick right now.
What do you think about when your mom tells you that?
I don't know.
I don't think that she really totally gets it. And I think that's okay, honestly. I think she doesn't need to understand all of it, you know, because it could be scary.
What's your favorite part about staying home with your mom?
Who is that noise?
He just kind of glitched. What's your favorite part about staying home?
I don't know.
Is it sleeping in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah, Gritchy.
He glitched, yeah.
You're the robot.
I am Chris the robot. I glitch a lot.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
You can call me Glitcher from now on. I'm a glitcher.
You always glitch.
No, he doesn't. Can you do a robot sound?
Can't do that.
Can you glitch?
I'm not.
I am a robot. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
His phone.
Ruby, I have a confession.
What?
So I've been sitting here thinking, should I prank her and call her Rube, or should I just call her Ruby? And I don't know what to do.
Ruby!
What do you think you should do? Should he call you Rube?
No. No, Ruby.
But it would be really funny if I called you Rube. I always prank you like that.
Say, it's all right.
That's alright.
As I sat here and had this conversation with Angie and Ruby, I couldn't help but think back to all the times over the years that we spent close together. When we filmed together, when we laughed, we high-fived, and we danced together. So Rube, is it okay if I call you Rube?
No.
What should I call you then? Ruby?
Yeah.
All right, Rube. E.
You said it wrong.
As I thought about all those times, it hit me. We can't do that anymore. We can't be close together. We can't high-five. And when I thought about that, I started to feel sad. I started to ask myself, is this permanent? How long will this last? When will I be able to film again? While feeling sad and asking myself these questions, I began to feel guilty. I realized that there's people who have it way worse than me. There's people who don't know how they're going to feed their kids. They're permanently out of a job. There are people on the front lines fighting this thing. I wondered to myself, do I even have a right to feel sad that I can't film my web series right now? Is that ridiculous? In the grand scheme of things, does it even matter? And as I contemplated all of this, I realized I do have a right to feel sad. You have a right to feel however you do about this. This pandemic is something that's impacted everybody, and we all have a right to feel whatever it is we're feeling right now. But with that said, also realize that everybody is going through something right now, so just take a few minutes every single day to reach out to your friends and family and ask them, how are you? Ruby,
What?
do you feel happy when you hear a voice you recognize?
Yeah.
Does it make you happy to hear an old friend?
Yeah.
What if that old friend even calls you Rube? Would that make you happy?
Yeah.
It's good to see and hear you, Rube. So this question's for you, Angie. Is there anything that you've had to consider that maybe other families haven't had to consider?
I think for me, the biggest challenge is just thinking of things to do. And also putting on my teacher hat, which is not something that, I mean, I've always taught her things, but not all the time and not every day. And I think that's what a lot of parents are having to, you know, realize that we're not teachers, but now we're being called to be teachers. And it's a lot of responsibility, especially for kids who can slide backwards really easily.
Is that a fear, that regression?
Oh yeah, I'm really scared because she has just gotten so excited about Braille and she's doing so good with her cane. And now it's kind of on me to be the one who's pushing that forward.
Don't call it sugar.
She wants to call it sugar.
Why do you want to call your cane sugar?
Oh
Because it's a sugar cane?
no. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds yummy. Can you eat it?
No. It's not yummy. It's not.
Have you found a good balance of watching the news and digesting it without getting overwhelmed?
I think I'm getting better now. At the beginning, I think it was so hard because it was all so new. It was kind of like, this can't be real, right? I think we all felt that way. Like, there's no way this is real. And so I think now I've just decided that I can only check the news like once or twice a day. And that helps me, stay more focused on the present moment. So it was overwhelming at first.
Have you learned coping skills to manage that? Because I'm sure you have to be present to be there for Ruby.
Right. I think I honestly, it's all a work in progress at this point because we got to settle into a new normal.
With the unknowns about Ruby's immune system and how she would react to the coronavirus, what is it like for you to see some people not taking it seriously?
It's frustrating to me. I think we've all been giving a clear call to action that really all we have to do is stay home. It really does frustrate me when I see people letting their kids still have play dates and running around outside together because we shut down schools and malls and stores for a reason. And we all need to do what we need to do to help people who have weakened immune systems and the older people who can't fight this off. So yeah, it frustrates me a lot.
Ruby, do you cheer up your mom when she feels frustrated?
No.
Yes, you do. You always make me happy.
What should we do tomorrow?
School. Pretend school.
What should we do for pretend school?
We'll plan it after this video.
Does Ruby have a lot of questions about everything going on?
You know, she's been kind of just asking questions about her routine. You know, what are we doing next? What's tomorrow? And every day kind of feels like a weekday now, you know, or it's like hard to know what day it is. And so I think there's some confusion around what day it is. She's a routine oriented gal, and aren't you? So it's, you know, we got to find a routine and stick to it.
Do you want to hear a secret, Ruby?
What?
This is a big secret. One of my favorite things to eat is a grilled cheese.
Do you like grilled cheese?
Yeah.
With what?
Soup.
I love it with soup. I get it with tomato soup. What kind of soup do you get it with?
Tomato soup.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're best friends now.
Avery's gonna be jealous.
Oh, Ava's gonna be jealous too.
We can all be best friends together.
Absolutely.
Hey, I thought of a good name for our friendship. We can call ourselves the Grilled Cheese Gang.
Yeah.
Are you in?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give a high five to the camera. High five! We have a lot of good memories together.
Yeah.
When this whole thing is over, maybe we can get together and have a grilled cheese.
Yeah. We'll be getting on a plane to Florida.
You deserve a vacation after all this.
Yes. Everybody does.
It was really good to talk to you again.
Yes.
If you need a friend in the next few months, you can FaceTime me anytime, okay?
Yes.
It was good to see you two again.
You too. Thanks for reaching out.
Of course, and of course the same goes for you, Angie. We'll just be here bunkered down and hanging out, so if you two need a friend, feel free to text or video call.
Same. We'll be here.
We'll be here.
I'll be here!
I'll be here.
It was good to see you two, my friends.
You too.
My friend.
Bye, Ruby. Bye, Angie.
Say bye.
Bye.
Take care and stay safe.
You too.
Hope to see you all again.
Hope to see Noodle again someday.
I'm not gonna lie, I needed that. I feel better after checking in on my friends, sharing a laugh, and for just a brief few moments, forgetting about what's going on in the world right now. I encourage each of you to reach out to a loved one, a friend, and ask them, how are you? Everybody in the world is going through something right now, and I think the most important thing we can do is be there for one another.